2023 in movies, guys. It is going to be a crazy year, and I can't wait to have discussions, talk about it, review, first reactions, all this stuff. It's going to be a great year, and this was a hard list to put together. It really is, because I was just kind of going like, oh my God, where do I fit this one, that one, this one? And then, you know, the anticipation for all these movies. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So here we go, guys. My top 10 anticipated films for 2023. Number 10, Blue Beetle. Yes, I'm excited for this movie, okay? Not because, I'm half Mexican or something like that. Well, I could be part of it, yeah, sure. But at the same time, I'm just like going, you know what? I'm rooting for this movie. I want this movie to be a hit, and I think it could be great. It's Jolo Maridueña, of course, Miguel from Cobra Kai. I'm kind of going like, maybe something, I don't know. I'm just really rooting for this movie, and I think it could be one of those, maybe... I'm hoping it's going to be like a sleeper hit kind of thing, because, you know, when it comes to the other movies, I mean, there's 4 DC movies, and I'm just kind of going, I really hope that this one, it'd be awesome if this one was like the biggest one out of all 4 of them. That'd be crazy. Number 9, the Super Mario Brothers movie. That's right. I mean, come on. They knew they couldn't pull this off live action, so let's do animation. I still hate the fact that they have to just hire actual, these actors to play the, Chris Pratt. There's that whole thing. I don't really give a shit. I've heard, we've seen the two trailers, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I'm just looking at all the stuff and the way it's all designed, and all the Easter eggs. I can't wait to see this movie. Number 8, John Wick, Chapter 4. Can't wait. Come on, it's John Wick. It's Keanu Reeves. How much longer is it going to go? Obviously, they have the Ballerina spinoff that's going to be happening. I think that's coming out next year, too. And they have the Continental spinoff series. They're expanding the universe. But, man, when you see these trailers, it's just the scope just keeps on getting better and better and better. And I'm curious to see what's going to be happening with John Wick after watching, especially what happened with Chapter 3 and everything. So, I cannot wait. Number 7. This one came out of nowhere, and I'm excited for it. 65. Yes, Adam Driver, futuristic guns, spaceships, crashes on a planet. Turns out he went back in time, and he's now fighting dinosaurs 65 million years ago. What? They show the twist, of course, in the trailer, and some people are like, why did they have to do that? I'm kind of going, yeah, but the twist probably happens within the first 20 minutes. It's like Michael Bay's The Island. You kind of have to show that just to I don't know. I'm excited for it. It sounds... I don't know, to me, it just sounds like it looks like a good time, I should say. And I just want one of these movies where I'm like, yes, maybe one of these days I'll figure out, get After Earth out of my brain. Number 6, I just made fun of the director right now by mentioning After Earth, but I still love him as a director and looking forward to his new movie, Knock at the Cabin. The latest trailer, if you guys didn't see it, holy shiza. I mean... The first one was just like subtle and kind of like, this one shows some interesting things when it comes to this. And I know it's based off a book, but I'm just really looking forward to it. When it came to Old and M. Night Shyamalan, I liked certain things about it, but that trying to make it a full-on runtime just felt like that's where it missed. But I did like the opening. I did like the finale. But yeah, the middle part was just, So I'm hoping that this one really just... I don't know, hits hard, Dave Bautista, why not? Number 5. I was wondering where this movie was going to rank when I was putting this list together, but here it is. The Flash. I'm looking forward to this movie. When it comes to all the CBMs, this is the one I'm looking forward to the most, because for frick's sake, guys, we've been waiting forever for this movie, and it's just been delayed, director change, writer change, I don't know how many, it's just been crazy. And then, of course, finally, when it was getting made and we were hearing things about it, Michael Keaton coming back, Ben Affleck going to be there, and God knows who else was going to be showing up, and then the Ezra Miller stuff happened, and it's just like, oh, man. This movie is cursed. But I'm very much excited for it because the test screenings have all been stellar. I've just heard good things about it. It seems like they're not really going to be touching much about it. Hopefully they don't. Talking to you, James Gunn. Leave your hands off the movie, please. But yes, in June, we're finally going to see this movie, and I'm hyped. Number 4, Dune Part II. Cannot wait. See it on the biggest screen possible. I saw the first Dune in IMAX, and then of course watched it on my TV, which, obviously it doesn't capture the scope, but, Dene, I always say his name wrong, but, just really looking forward to it. Obviously, I have the book, and I haven't fully finished it. It's a big book. I've finished most of it, but then I kind of stopped because for some reason. But I'm going to definitely finish it before Dune Part II comes out because I can't wait for that spice. Number 3, Christopher Nolan, can't go wrong. Oppenheimer. Man. This movie, when you watch the trailer, you kind of go like, what the hell? This is okay, it's a biopic-esque, obviously about the guy who created the atom bomb, and it's like, okay, well, Christopher Nolan can tackle this with a certain cinematic scope that he has. And it's just so funny because you watch it and you go like, oh my God, I mean, it almost seems like they're taking a spaceship to the sun and harnessing some power from the sun and putting it into this bomb just because it's Christopher freaking Nolan. And you watch that trailer and it's just so epic. It's just so epic and I can't wait. Stellar cast. Just looks amazing. Number 2, Across the SpiderVerse. Loved the first one. Loved it. And obviously with this trailer right here, I mean, it's funny because I was wondering where this was going to be placed too. But I've watched the first, Into the SpiderVerse, God knows how many times. And obviously there's a lot of Easter eggs. I didn't do any reactions to any of the trailers. I just don't, they just show out and it's whatever. But I'm big time excited for it because it's going to expand the Spideyverse, first off, and there's going to be a ton of Easter eggs. I mean, there already is. People are spotting, certain different Spider-Men in the posters and wherever. Everybody was, making screenshots and all this stuff. It's just one of those movies that is definitely going to be talked about a lot, and it's probably going to get nominated for an Academy Award for animation again, and I don't know. I just already know, this movie is going to be fantastic. And then finally, number 1, Tom Cruise. Come on. Of course. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Part 1. That's right, only Part 1. Obviously, we're going to see Tom Cruise launch off a ramp into a canyon and then parachute off his motorcycle. Insane. Saw that in IMAX. But I've talked about how much I love the Mission Impossible franchise ever since I saw the first one. And the first one's still ultimately my favorite just because, I don't know, I just love that movie so much. But they all are strong. Yes, that's right. Even Mission Impossible 2. Yes, I like the John Woo Mission Impossible. I don't care what anybody says. I like them all. But man, they just keep getting better and better when it comes to the stunts and the scope of it all. But that first one really holds a special place in my heart because I think I remember that summer when it came out on video, I watched it almost every day, at least every other day. I don't know. I watched it a lot. So I just really love this franchise.